Hello everybody, welcome to another Vintage Cube video. Before we start this one, I want to make a quick announcement. As I'm recording this, tomorrow is the last day of the format. We're currently in a tie for the bronze medal, so hopefully we can win that. And to celebrate the last day, I'm going to be doing a live stream. I don't do that too much because I occasionally have some laggy internet, but I set up something with my friend. It should be pretty sweet. So tune in roughly around 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, and we'll be doing a live draft. You can talk to me in the comments, we can get a trophy together. It'll be a lot of fun, so join me for that. As for this pack, we got a Mox, so can't complain about that. There's some good stuff too. Some Storm stuff. Yugmoth's Will, Time Spiral. Spell Pierce is good. Mox Diamond is way worse than Mox Ruby, but okay. Easy Mox Ruby though. We will be taking this. Now we have a couple options. The most natural home for Mox Ruby is Mono Red, and there's no good Mono Red card in this pack at all. Two red cards that aren't very good. I mean, Mutavault's good, but I'm not going to take that second. It's also good in Mono White, so there's Vryn Wingmare for that. But I'm also looking at Demonic Tutor and Teferi, just as generic good cards. Sylvan Caryatid is solid too. But I'm less inclined to play green in Mox decks because green already has access to acceleration, and the thing that's unique about our start so far is it goes better in basically every non-green deck. It's probably Demonic Tutor. I want to take Teferi because I love Teferi, but Demonic Tutor is really good. I think it's too early to slam a Splinter Twin second pick. Yeah, let's take this. It's just so good in so many different decks. Okay, well, there's the Pestermite. So we could have just gone instant combo there. But I think instead we should probably take Underground Sea. We want to play a Demonic Tutor, and we know, and we, probably want to be playing blue. If there was Entomb or something good in Reanimator, I could take that, but if we're playing a Demonic Tutor mid-range deck, we're going to want blue, and Underground Sea will enable that. Yeah, I think that's the pick. Steam Vent is fine. Like I said, there is the combo, but I'm not going to take this given that we just passed the Splinter Twin. Yeah, we'll take the Underground Sea. Okay. I like Rogran Triome, but I think we should take the Miscalculation here. Kolaghan's Command is also quite good. I think I would actually take Kolaghan's Command if there was nothing else in this pack, or if there's no Miscalculation, because it is just that strong of a card. But Miscalculation is very, very good interaction. You really want to have a few counter spells, at least in this format, so you don't just die to every combo deck. So, yeah, we will take Miscalculation. And then maybe something like Kolaghan's Command comes around. Okay, easy Verdant Catacombs here. That's a great pickup. Shark Typhoon's fine. Bloodchief's Thirst is a pretty good removal spell, but I'm not going to pass the excellent fixing here. Yeah, we'll go with that. Now we have a couple options again. Ketria Triome is good. It doesn't work with Demonic Tutor, but just having blue fetchable lands is always nice. Burst Lightning is some good removal. Daze is good interaction, but I think I'm going to take the Inquisition of Kozilek here. Bitter Blossom is also good. I guess we could take Daze and try and wheel one of the black cards, but I really want this Inquisition. This card is really, really strong. It's similar to these counter spells in that there's some matchups where you just need this sort of interaction or else they will combo kill you really quickly. They could play Channel. I mean, you could just Inquisition their Ancestral Recall. Just a really, really powerful interactive spell. So we'll take that. Really solid blue-black control start. We do have this Mox Ruby and a fetch land, so we have a live red splash and potentially other colors as well. But for now, we're just going to keep the curve low, get some fixing, get some interaction. And now we'll take Raffine's Tower, I think. Yeah, that seems pretty good. It gives us a nice white splash. We have two sources now. We did already pass it to Teferi, but I think Raffine's Tower is still helpful. I mean, even if someone else takes the Teferi, we'll get some good white cards later in the draft, probably. The only other option, really, is Ravenous Chupacabra, which is a good card, but I think it's better to take the fixing here. And even if we don't play white, this is just another blue-black land. Whoa. Okay, I mean, Emrakul Shallow Grave in the same pack here, pretty late. Also some green stuff. But I think I'm going to take these Spara's Headquarters. Yeah, we're not really doing Shallow Grave things, almost definitely. And we could take Top. I guess Spara's Headquarters doesn't help us right now. But I do just think having really good mana fixing is nice in pretty much any deck. So yeah, I'll take the Spar's Headquarters. All right, now we get a Field of the Dead. So that's a plan. We can be sort of base blue-black Field of the Dead. This card is really good if you have the mana for it, and we have a great start for the Field of the Dead mana base. So Toru is a gold card in our colors, and it's still not even close to a consideration, which really just shows you how bad this card is. It should be taken out of the format for sure. We're not at the Time Spiral deck. I don't think we need Avalanche Riders. Yeah, we'll take the Field. Okay, so if we're playing like all in on Field, we could actually take Dryad, but that seems a little thin. I think I would rather take a blue land. Yeah, we'll take Fire Islet here. Okay, now we'll take a Level. That's kind of sweet. We are likely to be playing most of the colors, if not all. Well, actually, I don't want to say that yet. We'll see where we go. But Levold's great. We're playing base blue-black probably, and we have pretty good fixing to cast this card. Now we get Kolaghan's Command, so I'm not going to take the Niv Mizzet here. It's not even that good of what we have right now. There's a chance we play 5-color, and like it would be kind of funny if we played 5-color and didn't take this Niv Mizzet, but Kolaghan's Command is excellent. It's pretty easy pickup. And now it's Takenuma versus Hangerback Walker. I think I will take the Walker here. Takenuma's decent, and it does play well with Field of the Dead if we're base black and we want to have black, like sort of swamp type cards. But I'm hoping to have enough basics or enough lands that we're not even playing that many basics, which makes Takenuma a little bit more awkward if you're not just cutting a basic swamp for it. Okay, decent pack here. Not incredible, but we got a fetch land, and when we have so many fetchable lands already, that's good. Witherbloom Command is amazing, and I would love for it to come around. There's also a good chance it will. Badlands would be good. Dem could be good, although we don't have white spells at the moment. But yeah, let's just take the Misty Rainforest. Okay, now we could take Zagoth Triome, Oracle of Moldiah. This pack's kind of weak, honestly. I think we should take the Triome. We're playing Levold. Getting the Levold Triome seems like a good place to be. I don't have too many tapped lands. We already have 3, but I think that's fine. I'm fine. I guess we actually have 4. So we need to budget this slightly, but hopefully it works out. Here I think we take the Grave Titan and try and wheel Kroxa. Spellseeker is only okay. Yeah, Grave Titan seems good. And I think if Kolaghan's Command went super late, it's pretty likely the Grave Titan does, or that Kroxa does as well. Ooh, there's a Wrenn and 6. That's awesome. Yeah, I think we're playing this card almost certainly. We only have 2 fetch lands right now, so if we got no more, then maybe not. But they were already high pick, and now they'll be even higher. So we're solidly at least 4 colors now. We'll take this. Definitely looking like a sweet deck so far. Alright, couple options here. We could take Plateau, but we have no white fixing at the moment. Or no white spells. We could take Chrome Mox to accelerate, which is not bad. Or we could take Garruk. And I think I like just taking the Garruk here. It's not amazing, but it's a solid value play. And we need some more ways to win the game. We also have no Planeswalkers at the moment. I don't think we're playing Vampiric Tutor. This isn't that kind of deck. Chrome Mox is close. But yeah, I'm going to take the Garruk. Now we have a pretty bad pack, unfortunately. We could take a Signet. We could take a Ugin randomly. We don't have that much acceleration, but Ugin is a great card that will win games that are going long. And if we're playing Field of the Dead, we're probably playing a high land count. And we're not missing out on much. I don't really want to play Razor Verge Thicket. Yeah, we'll take the Ugin here. Now that's, close pick here. Factor Fiction, Taiga, Brazen Borrower, Dismember. I'm not going to take Brazen Borrower here, and I don't think I'm going to take Dismember. So it's really Fact or Fiction, Taiga. And I think I'm going to go with a Foff. Taiga's great, but first of all, we have no real card draw at the moment. That's a pretty big problem with this deck, and so this will help. Second of all, we are hoping to wheel Croxa, and Fact or Fiction is really good with Croxa. If this was pack 3 and really late and we knew we weren't going to get any red-green fetchable lands, I might have to take the Taiga. But I think we'll have time to get a land like that, so I'll go with a Fact or Fiction here. Now we get Savai Triome, but I don't really want... Like, it's not even that good of a land for us, and it's another tapped land. I think I'm going to take the Tireless Tracker here. Murderous Rider is good, too. Actually, maybe Murderous Rider is the pick. I like Tireless Tracker a lot, especially with fetch lands, though. Okay, I'm going to take the Tracker, actually. It's a really good threat. Nice. Witherbloom Command came around. That is excellent. There's a Hero's Downfall. That makes up for passing the Swift End. I think we just want to take that. None of the other cards here are amazing. I love Glorybringer, but double red could be tough. Let's just take the removal spell. Kroxa came around. That's excellent. Okay, so this pack went really well. We filled out our deck pretty nicely, but our fixing is now kind of bad because we got a lot of pretty color-intensive cards. So very much hoping to get some fetch lands in pack 3. Well, not a fetch land, but I will take a Xaiator's Proving Ground. Alright, what are we looking for in pack 3 other than fetch lands? We have a lot of cheap interactive spells, to be honest. I wouldn't mind a few more powerful cards, like sort of 4 and 5 mana Haymakers, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Fractured Identity, stuff like that. Here we'll take a Plateau. I don't think we're playing either of these. And Plateau's not bad. We're likely to play at least one Mountain that we can now replace with a Plateau. We have no white cards, but it will help us with Field of the Dead, and it also could help us to splash a potential white card later. Alright, we'll take a Scrappy Scrounger. And whoa! Last pick Dismember. That's pretty sweet. We'll play that card. There we go. There's the Deceiver Exarch, so we could be doing the combo, but I mean, I'm taking this card. This is why we took some of the white lands early. We have no white cards yet, but it's a pretty free splash. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources without even playing a Plains. So we don't even need to splash anything, or play a Plains. We'll take this and then try and wheel Vraska, I think. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay, there's Omnath, which I'll happily take. We're just solidly 5 color at this point. Really need the fetch lands, but this deck is seeming pretty solid. Now there's Memory Deluge, but we got to be disciplined and take the Stomping Ground. We have no fetchable... Like, right now, I guess Misty Rainforest and Verdant Catacombs can both get Underground Sea, but now they can get Underground Sea and Stomping Ground, which makes them a lot better. Boseiju is good with Ren. If that wheels, I'll be happy. Memory Deluge is obviously good. This could be pretty good balanced deck, too, but definitely taking the Stomping Ground. Alright, a couple of really good blue cards, but I don't think we're going to be able to make that much blue mana in this deck. Probably just taking Grist. Grist might come around, so we could take Sacred Foundry and try and wheel the Grist, but we're kind of base Sultai. We already have Plateau, so I don't want Sacred Foundry that badly. So I'm just going to make sure we get the card that we really want and take the Grist now. We're officially now at the point where Niv Mizzet would be really good, but I think we took a good card over. Was it Witherbloom? I don't remember exactly what we took over the Niv, but I'm not too worried about our ability to grind anyways. Okay, here I think we just take Bayou. Definitely Bayou is better than Seachrome Coast. Dragon's Rage Channeler could be pretty good here, but let's just take the nice fixing. So I still want a few more fetch lands, ideally. Or really, like, one more fetch land. I will play Wrenn and 6, even if we only have 2 fetches plus Fire Islet. But it's obviously much better if we get more. It also is actually a combo with these Tri-lands. It's kind of a mana-intensive combo, but you can pay 3, discard this, and then return it, and just keep looping that. Okay, pretty easy bribery here. Showdown of the Skulls is nice. Signet's nice, but this card can just win the game. It is double blue, which could be a bit tough, but it's worth trying to make that work because bribery is the real deal. Now, I think we might have missed our last chance to get a fetch land. At this point, it's pretty unlikely any fetches are going this late, but hope springs eternal. You never know. Well, no fetch land here, but we do get Golos, which is kind of sweet. I mean, we're playing 5 colors. We just can find our Field of the Dead. Yeah, I'll pretty happily take that. We are probably playing 18 lands in this deck. Oh, yes. 2 fetch lands this late. That's incredible. I think Stomping Ground is a bit better for us here. Or, sorry, Bloodstained Mire is a bit better for us here because it can get Plateau, Stomping Ground, and Bayou. And Underground Sea. And this one can only get the first 3. It can't get Underground Sea. So it cannot get untapped blue mana. Too bad they're together in the same pack, but still, great pickup. We're going to end up playing almost every card we drafted here, which is always fun. Alright, couple reasonable options here. Savannah doesn't help with the mana too much. At this point, I'm fine playing 4 basics. So do we want Vraska or Huntmaster? And I think we want Vraska for the interaction. Yeah, that seems like a nice pickup. It can blow up a lot of... Like, the -3 is very good. There's a lot of Planeswalkers that this kills, which can otherwise be pretty problematic. Okay, what are we cutting here? Do we play Jetmir's Garden? I think we do. That's a lot of tapped lands, but our mana is just so good now. I guess I'll even take Botanical Sanctum. Yep. Okay, now we can take Chain Lightning for the board, but for when we need removal, DRC. Actually, I'll take the Oath. We could side an Oath against some creature decks. Alright. A couple of random cards to finish off. Alright. I think we can move Ugin to the board. We ended up with plenty of top end. We can bring in Ugin for certain matchups, but we don't need it. And then we could play just 17 lands with this build, but I kind of do want to play 18 if we're playing Field of the Dead and lots of tapped lands. Hangerback Walker is only okay, but it does block well, which is important for this deck. Manamorphose helps fix our mana, so I think it's worth it. And it also is good with Kroxa. Demonic Tutor is definitely worth it. We could cut Hero's Downfall because double black is a little rough. And we have Grist and Vraska now. I think that seems fine. So this is... making mana bases for these sorts of decks is really hard, but we'll do our best. So... for blue, 6 blue, 10 black, 9 green, 5 red, and 1 white. Okay, so primarily Sultai. If we add one of each of the Sultai lands, this gives us, for black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's totally fine. I'm fine even cutting down on 1. For blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also totally fine. We could cut down on 1 potentially. For green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Definitely don't need this many forests. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Totally fine. And then white, I mean, it's fine, but we'll check anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 1 white card. All right, I mean, this mana base is incredible. We should basically never have issues with colored mana. The only issue we might have is too many tapped lands because we are playing a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that still means 13 untapped sources of mana. I think it'll be fine. We can play one on turn 1 every game because we're a turn 2 deck. Yeah, I think this deck seems really sweet. Against super linear combo decks, we could struggle a bit, but anything at all mid-range or controlling or even aggressive will handle pretty handily. Well, yeah, I guess that works. This deck seems sweet. I'll see you in round 1. Alright, we have our opponent for round 1. We're playing some 5-color value. Oh, I got passed for 3rd place on the trophy leaderboard. Got to win this one to retake our spot. We're on the play here, and great hand. We have the old turn 2 Renin 6 plus fetch land, and we have Omnath. Really good spot to be in. So we're probably getting Plateau off of the Sacred Foundry. We need to get an untapped red or green source. So we could get Bayou or Plateau. But yeah, let's get the Plateau. And then go red, green, Renin 6. And now we still need to get our blue source, but we can get Underground Sea. And if we draw a brick, we're just gonna fetch Underground Sea, cycle the Triome, and then bring that back. Ooh, they played Fast Bond. Okay. That's a scary turn 2. A lot of mana over there. Hopefully they don't have a draw 7. That would kind of invalidate the Renin 6 value. Okay, well, I mean, that's a good card, but we're slow here. So let's grab the Underground Sea. Just main phase cycle this. It doesn't feel great, but I think it is the correct line here. Okay, Kolaghan's Command's a good draw. Let's bring back the Triome and pass to them. Courser of Crufix. Okay, that's a pretty high priority to kill when they have Fast Bond. So I think I'm just going to go Garrick and kill the... and then hit the Courser for 3 with the Garrick and 1 with the Ren to kill it. Our hand is obviously incredibly stacked, so unless they do broken Fast Bond things, we'll win the long game. But I just really don't want them to play a draw 7 or do something ridiculous. Like here, they can just get a strip mine and potentially then just like string together lands off the top of the deck. Okay, they get Field of the Dead, but then they have Silent Clearing on top. Okay, come on, just stop there. All right, they get their Silent Clearing. They can draw the Fable and try and keep on chaining lands. Fast Bond plus Courser of Crufix is a really strong combination of cards. Okay, drawing land there is bad, but the fact that they didn't do anything else is good. Let's go... I'm going to play Stomping Ground so that we have the option... Let's see, blue, white, green... Yeah, we can play Omnath next turn if we do this. So we'll play Stomping Ground, Garrick. 3 damage. 1 damage. We'll pass. Now, they can use Lava Claw Reaches to shoot one of our Planeswalkers, but if they do that, we're totally fine. They're probably... Okay, they play Ramanap. So they can just cycle these lands and then keep on replaying them if they want to. Okay, we need to kill this Ramanap Excavator really quickly. So let's go Omnath to start. Blue, white, red, green. Oh no! That might have been the worst possible draw because I think that might have been our only untapped land left in our deck that we could get with Bloodstained Mire. I might be wrong on this, but we really need to take out this Ramanap Excavator soon. And I was hoping to play Fractured Identity this turn, but now we cannot. So, yeah, that's really unfortunate that we drew the Bayou. Alright, so instead we can go make a 1/1, and then I guess we go just Kolagon's Command to hit this for 2 and destroy their Gruul Signet. That was a brutal draw, though. That was the only card in our deck that would mess us up from taking their Ramanap Excavator this turn. Now they can just cycle these lands and draw their entire deck, or draw most of their deck, and get completely back into it. Oh, wait, we don't have black mana either, so we're going to have to just play Hangerback Walker. I mean, we're still in a reasonable position, but the fast bond here is pretty scary. It enables some pretty busted things. Yeah, so here's the combo. They get to just replay this. For each land they have, they can draw a card and make a 2/2 at the cost of only 2 life. And that might be too much. So yeah, if we had literally drawn any card in our entire deck other than this one Bayou, we could have gone Omnath into Fractured Identity. Alright, now are we just dead though? Is there any way we can overcome, like, 8 2/2s? Not really. Yeah, actually, I think we might just lose basically immediately to this. Man, that's frustrating. There's a 1 in 26 chance of us drawing this Bayou, and then that is what we hit. I'm not going to concede yet, but now that I'm thinking about it, is there any possible way for us to beat this? I guess the way we could win, their life total is kind of low, so the way that we can win is randomly burning them out. We have Kolagon's Command, we can use Omnath, we have Wrenn and 6 to shoot them, so we might be able to kill them before they overwhelm us with value. Okay, they played Duress, so they take the Fractured Identity. Then they Thoughtseize us, take the Kolagon's Command. Alright. So they're at 8, and they have tons of creatures. We can kill the Ramanap Excavator now, but I don't know if we're going to be able to win from this position. I guess with Omnath going, if we draw well, we can leverage a pretty significant mana advantage. Basic Forest was the worst draw on the deck. Let's go. I mean, yeah, we're putting them to 4 this turn, so it's not over. We'll go plus to make a dude. Plus to bring back Bloodstained Mire. Golos. We'll get our own Field of the Dead. Then we go land. So we're going to add some mana. And then we'll crack the land to hit them for 4. Alright, then we'll cycle the Triome. I don't think we have any burn left in the deck with the Kolagon's Command gone. Now I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to level up the Hangerback Walker, even though I could, because we want to block with it if we can. If we get 2 flyers, then that would potentially threaten lethal. They can do their whole land drawing thing now if they want, but the fast bond will deal them 1 damage for each additional land they play. So they can only replay 1 land right now. And they do it. Wait, what? Oh, no, they crack. Okay, yeah. So for each additional land they play from here, they will take 1 damage. We can spin Golos next turn and potentially make some good hits. This has been a pretty wild game one. We almost just ran away with it until we drew the Bayou. And now we're stuck with a hand of 4 lands, but they're at 2, and we have a lot of potential hits. Ren and 6 can put them to 1. Okay, Assassin's Trophy on the Ren and 6. Do we have a land? We do. What are our outs here? Do we have anything that would just straight up kill them? Yeah, so Witherbloom Command would. And therefore, Demonic Tutor would. Kroxa could. Yeah, we have a lot of potential outs that would mess them up here. We'll grab this island, gain 4, and make our dude. We only have one more fetchable land in the deck, and it's our Bant land, Sparrow's headquarters. So Bloodstained Mire cannot find it, but we could theoretically hit it off of the Golos and then generate more mana to keep on digging through our deck. Alright, let's do this. Now we can minus the Garruk. Let's just start by spinning the Golos. So a lot of outs that just win here. We don't hit either, but we can add some mana. We can't play Leovold if we go for that line. I think that's fine, though. So we'll go Misty Rainforest. Crack Misty Rainforest. Then we're going to add some mana, and we're going to main phase this Factor Fiction. And we can't play... Okay, so there's the Witherbloom Command. That will win the game. If they put Witherbloom Command on its own... Yeah, well, we'll see. So, okay, if they split like this is kind of funny, because we could put the Grist and the Grave Titan together, and then -3 the Garruk. If we -3 the Garruk... If we take this pile and -3 the Garruk... These 2 are in the graveyard. Our creatures all get +2/+2 in Trample. And Trample plus Death Touch is really good. I think that would be lethal. They would need to prevent... Let's see. Each of these wolves would trade with 3 of their zombies. I think we just go for this line. The math is kind of tough. But they can't kill us in the backswing because they're going to be losing so many of their creatures. Yeah, let's take this pile and then go for the kill. So we're going to -3 this Garruk. All of our creatures get plus power. And then we attack with everything. They're going to lose most of their board. Not all of their board, but most of it. And then I don't think they'll be able to just kill us on the backswing. We're at a really high life total. We still have 2 blockers. And they're going to... Their board is going to get pretty ravaged by this. They also might not realize how Death Touch and Trample work. They have to block this with 3 separate creatures, each one of these, or they'll trample through for damage. So that's pretty good for us. And they concede. What a game one. That is a sweet start to the match. We're up 1-0 against kind of their mirror match. They're also playing lots of colors and Field of the Dead. They're a little bit more all in on land shenanigans. I think we might just bring in Ugin. I think this matchup is going to be going super long. And Ugin shines there. Grave Titan might be bad. Like, it just gets beaten by Field of the Dead at a certain point. But is there something worse than Grave Titan? Probably Hangerback Walker, actually. Yeah, Hanger Beezy is not really what this game is about. Let's run it like this. Alright, good hand. We don't have blue mana, but that's fine. We only have one blue card, and it's a 5-drop. We got some cheap interaction. Just a really good hand all around. Alright, I'm going to lead on this to keep alive the dream of turn 2 Ren. Ugin was a pretty terrible draw, but such is life. Ooh, Custodial Lich is a good card to know about. We're not that good at becoming the Monarch, so hopefully they stumble before they get to that point. Okay, they top deck Dryad. That's actually really bad. They might be able to play Custodial Lich next turn now. And we like pretty much just can never win if they do that, and they do it. So after winning a marathon of a game 1, I think we're just going to get slayed in game 2 here, most likely. But then we get to be on the play for game 3. Hopefully that's enough. Kolaghan's Command is just not good here, though. We need to we need to get the Fractured Identity on the Custodial Lich really quickly. Okay. I mean, this is just so bad. We could, like, kill their Custodial Lich, but then they're just going to be the Monarch forever. I think basically we need to make them discard, kill their birds to stunt their mana development, and then draw 2 lands in a row, including a blue source. We're playing 18 lands in a Mox, so solidly over half of our deck is mana sources. Okay, Brennan 6, they can sack the Peatland, bring it back. I mean, I don't think there's... Even if we drew the blue land, I don't know if we could pull it off. But Hope Springs Eternal, we'll see. They have the Fast Bond again. I will just concede if I don't draw a land this turn, though. Alright, I mean, that's exactly what we asked for. Play Garrick and make a blocker. Halana. Okay, that might be game. So if they send both the Garrick dies, that's fine. And then we have one draw step. And this turn, if we hit land, we can take their Custodial Lich, make them sacrifice a creature, then we'll have 2 blockers, and we can potentially survive. But we have to draw the untapped land right now. And a lot of our lands are tapped. So not super likely, but Hope Springs Eternal. Of course. Tapped land, and we can't even play Omnath. They're hitting for 8. Okay, I'm just going to main phase dismember the Halana. And then hit the Ren for 2. Again, I don't want to kill their Custodial Lich because stealing their Custodial Lich is the... Oh, wait. Well, we could have hit them and become the Monarch, and that probably would have been better. Yeah, that would have been better, but I don't think it's likely to matter. They have Ramonette Excavator plus Fast Bond now. Man, Fast Bond is really good in their deck. They have a lot of ways to abuse that card. If they Thoughtseize, I'm going to concede, because I don't think we can win if they take the Fractured Identity, and I don't want them to know about the Ugin. Okay, we'll concede to this. Alright, on the play for game 3. Hopefully they don't do anything super broken. I think we're just going to run it back. We could play the Chain Lightning. It deals with Ramonette Excavator and Birds of Paradise and Halana. Yeah, that's probably worth it. What do we not want? I think Grave Titan. Yeah, I will cut the Grave Titan now. And we'll submit like this. We just really don't want them to assemble any fast bond combos, and having some more removal will help us to stop that. Okay, good hand. I think we're going to plan on cycling this bar as headquarters. I'm not going to play Field of the Dead on turn 1. I'm going to use Verdant Catacombs. Actually, Yeah, let's use Verdant Catacombs. So we don't have blue or black. So I think we're going to grab Esper Triome with this. If we grab Esper, that does mean we can't play Ren and 6 on turn 2 on the surface. But we have Manamorphose, so we actually can. Right, like we already have red, we have green, white. I mean, we have all of our colors already, but yeah, I think Esper is the way to go here with a Stomping Ground. Bribery, good draw. So we'll pass, holding it Miscalculation. All right, I'm very happy to play Drago here. Yeah, maybe playing Ren and 6 is worth it, actually. Yeah, I'll play, you know what? No, Ren and 6 isn't even that high of a priority to get down right now. I'm just going to hold a Miscalculation. We still have land drops to hit for a little while. I just want to make sure, like, if the first thing that resolves is our Bribery, we're in great shape. Okay, I will counter this. And then we'll play... Ooh, interesting draw, but we're going to start with Manamorphose for red-green. Witherbloom Command, another good draw. Let's return to Verdant Catacombs. And play it and grab a Triome at the end of the turn. We want to get blue and red so we can grab Ketria. And then that'll give us Bribery next turn. Okay, they have Tireless Tracker. We can kill that. So the question is, do we want to kill that now or Bribery them first? And I think it's probably better to play Bribery. It depends slightly on what we draw, though. So we'll grab... Oh, wait. Do we have a blue and red one? I thought we had blue-red, but it looks like we don't. So if we want... So I guess we do want to get a blue. So I'm going to grab Zagoth Triome. We're not going to have red mana at the moment, but we have Stomping Ground in hand. Grist. Okay, a few different options here. We could use Witherbloom Command. That seems kind of bad, though. Yeah, let's just play the Bribery. I don't know exactly what goodies they have in here, but I'm sure there's going to be something pretty juicy. Primeval Titan is a possibility that would just win. Okay, this is actually worse than I was expecting, but we still get to take the Custody Lich, which is probably going to be enough to win here. Their deck is way worse than I thought. I mean, basically the only thing they have going is the land stuff. They're just like an average Jund deck with a really powerful land thing based around Fast Bond, but if they don't draw Fast Bond plus like Ramaneb Excavator or something like that, then they're pretty slow. Yeah, we will take Custody Lich, make them sacrifice. Okay, in response, they're going to play Crop Rotation just to make some clues. That's fine. Now we're in great shape. We are the Monarch. We have tons of removal in our hand. We have a Planeswalker on the board. Just drew Omnath. Pretty hard to see a way they can get back into this. It's Vintage Cube, so you never know, but they would have to draw really well. Okay, they have the Ramanep Excavator, but Ramanep on its own is not that scary without the Fast Bond. They could play Assassin's Trophy on the Ren. That would be fine. I guess with this hand, we have a lot of black cards, so I'm going to grab a Swamp. It's not great with the Omnath, but good with the rest of our hand. Okay, wow, just another good draw. So we'll go green, red, blue, white, Omnath. Then I think I like just taking out their hand. But do we have an untapped black source? I'm not sure. We do. Underground Sea. Nice. So we can take that. Oh, actually, we still don't have enough to play Kroxa and Kolagon's command, but this seems fine. We can go... I think we do want to play this Wrist. Sacrifice this. Okay, they just concede. So we take down Jund lands in round 1. Pretty sweet match. They did some really powerful things. We did some really powerful things. We had one close game. The other two were kind of lopsided, but that can be Vintage Cube. We are 1-0. I'll see you in round 2. All right, we have our opponent for round 2. We're on the play here, which is excellent. And I'm going to keep it, but we need some more lands. It also is unfortunate that we have two untapped lands here. We really want to be putting a tapped land into play on turn 1 as much as possible. Okay, Soul Ring. This could be a rough game 1. We'll play our land and pass. Alright, we will miscalculation this. And this is a huge draw. If we don't draw a land in our next 2 draws, it's going to be very, very hard for us to win this. Okay. Manamorphose, we're going to add black-green. We're playing 19 lands, and we have seen only 2. They play Toski. Okay, that's like the least scary thing they could have played. Yeah, that... Alright, this is actually not as bad as I was thinking it might be. Dismember is a clean answer to that, but we're going to play Leovold, which is also a clean answer to it, and a little bit more proactive. If they can kill the Leovold, we're in kind of bad shape, but they're playing blue-green, so I don't think that's that likely. It's basically just Dismember. Okay, they swing. I'll block. And now if we draw land, we can Vraska to kill the Soul Ring. Tireless Tracker, but no land. Okay, land. Nice. Well, not the ideal land we were looking for. We can't really complain, though. I think we just play our own tracker here, and then play our tap land and pass. Wrist is only okay. Yeah, I think this is better. So we'll do this, pass turn. And I'm happy to trade Tireless Trackers here. Bummer. They do hit their land now, so we'll see if they have any terrifying 5-drops. There's a lot that would be good here. We don't have white mana at the moment, so we don't have access to Fractured Identity. But our hand is pretty stacked. Nissa. Okay, that's kind of bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We can kill it with Grist, but I don't really want to sacrifice either of my things. So I attack like this. I think I'm going to trade off the Tireless Tracker here. Now we want to draw more lands. We don't, though. Very frustrating. We need to kill this Nissa. How do we want to do this? Like, it's pretty bad if we just let them keep going with a Toski. I guess we could let them have the Nissa for one more turn. Okay, what I think I'm going to do here is play Vraska, kill Tireless Tracker, attack Nissa. Yeah. Now they're going to get to kill our Vraska, but we're hoping to resolve Grist. We're hoping to go Grist, kill your Nissa, and dismember the Toski so they can't start drawing a bunch of cards. Oh, well, they have channel, so we're going to lose now, but we at least get to see what their channel target is. And our one out is if we somehow manage to top deck one of our few white sources and then Fractured Identity, whatever they put into play here. Close game. We missed our third land drop, and then they found their thing on the key turn that they needed it. So hopefully they take out the Leovold. Okay, this gives us 2 looks at a white land. That's not one of them. Now they're gonna attack Vraska for 1. Oh, they're not even. I guess they're playing another thing with channel. So if we draw the white source, exile Karn, exile Nissa, they can kill our planeswalkers. Okay, they play Questing Beast. That's pretty bad. I'll take a draw step. I honestly think we're going to lose even if we do find the white source, but you never know. They get to draw 2 cards here. So we're playing against blue-green. Ugin and Chain Lightning both seem solid. Once again, Grave Titan is kind of underwhelming. I mean, yeah, at this point, Fractured Identity is not even close to winning. I'm just going to play Inquisition to take a look at their hand. Green Suns for 5 for Acidic Slime. Blow up, maybe Fire Islet? Yeah. Alright. We actually were going to draw the white source, but, I mean, they did way more than they needed to win this game. So Corsair, Rexage, seems like a pretty basic deck. We don't really know what the blue splash is for other than Uro. I think this is a good matchup, but if they have channel, we're going to lose. I mean, they have Soul Ring and channel, so they are clearly capable of some busted things. Let's bring in the Ugin over Grave Titan. Don't want Hangerback Walker. I think I do want these 2 removal spells. I want every card that removes things. There's no clear cut here. Could be Tireless Tracker. This might just be a little too slow. Yeah, I'll cut the Tireless Tracker, although it is close. And we'll run it like this. Ugin's expensive, but I think he's so good that it's worth playing. And also, there's a lot of situations where Ugin is the only card that would get us out of it. Okay, funny hand. We can Demonic Tutor on turn 1 off of Metamorphose. What do we want to get there? Like, what we want is Wrenn and 6 plus Fetch Land, but we don't have that. I am going to keep it, and then we'll play the Metamorphose, and depending on what we draw, we can decide what to tutor for. So let's go Plateau, Mox Ruby, Metamorphose for black-red. Kolaghan's Command, okay. So we want mana. We could just get a blue-black land. At that point, we should probably get Fetch Land, though, so Wrenn and 6 is a live draw. So we can get Bloodstained Mire and crack it for Underground Sea. Yeah, that seems solid. And then if we ever find Wrenn and 6, we can get that going. If we draw another blue source, we can play Bribery. Okay, they have the Soul Ring, but we have the answer. Oh, man. Grim Monolith plus Soul Ring on turn 1? Really? Okay. So we'll grab our blue source. Then decide which one of these we want to kill. Grim Monolith makes more mana, but Soul Ring does it every single turn. I think I'm going to kill the Soul Ring. You discard a card, destroy your artifact. Then they're going to get to play one really big thing, but only one, and hopefully our bribery can beat that. Pretty rough to run into turn 1 Soul Ring back-to-back games, but such is life. They discard Adventurer's Zendikar. That's too bad, because that would have been a good thing to put into play with bribery, potentially. Okay, they play Karn. If they minus the Karn, we can Chain Lightning. They plus, which is a good play. Give them Forest. And now we need to find a second blue source ASAP. Jetmir's Garden. That's not a second blue source, so we'll play Forest Omnath. Field of the Dead, terrible draw. Alright, we'll give them a Llanowar Elves. We're pretty desperate here for a blue source. Not looking good, though. Jeez, that's a lot of mana. Zagoth Triome. Okay. So let's just go... Well, I guess we're going to start by cycling this, just in case we find a fetch land. We don't, so let's go Chain Lightning. Well, actually, let's start by attacking the Karn for 4. Okay, now I'm going to Chain Lightning the Karn. There's an argument for killing the Rofellos, but I think I'm just going to let them have a decent amount of mana and hope that whatever we bribery for is better than whatever they can play this turn. They have 2, 4, 5, 6 mana. Could be Acidic Slime here, which would be kind of annoying. Nissa, okay. That's a great card. So it really just depends on what we can hit off of this bribery. Also, we'll see if they have a second play post, or in their second main phase. Hopefully not. Okay, Courser of Crewfix, that's fine. Jeez, they just keep on playing stuff. They're down to 1 card in hand. So if we can ever find Ugin, we're going to win. They exile our Demonic Tutor, that's fine. We draw Dismember, pretty good draw. Let's start with a bribery. I don't love shuffling their library because the top card is a brick, but we aren't going to not cast our bribery here. Okay, so we could take their Emrakul, the Promised End. That's probably the right line, and just hope to be able to kill them in a couple turns. They don't have any answers to it other than that Karn. I wish they had Primeval Titan, to be honest. I would take that over Emrakul, but yeah, we'll take an Emrakul. Ugin on top, are you serious? Come on! Oh wait, actually that doesn't answer Emrakul. Okay, that's actually fine. So we can dismember one of these things now. Let's play land. Swing at Nissa for 4. And then if they go for the double block, we can break it up with Dismember. Okay, I will do this. That means I'm gonna let them have tons of mana. But I think that's okay. If they play Ugin, that doesn't really do anything. The Bolt doesn't hurt us. If they -4, that's worse for them. They can't take out Emrakul with the Ugin. It's really just Karn that we're afraid of here. Okay, Toski. That's kind of interesting. We'll see how many, like, which of their creatures they attack with. Okay, they just send everything. I'll eat one of the forests, but they're going to draw 4 cards. But then we can kill their Nissa, and that puts them down on lands a bit. We're at 13, so we win the race. But if we draw a brick and they draw well, we could definitely lose this. It's going to be close. Hex Drinker, okay. We can gain 4 life. So if their plan is just to, like, kill us with their swing next turn, that's not going to work. I would love to draw something good here. Fractured Identity is good. Really good. Can we... Let's see. What's the best way to use this? We could take their Toski and draw some cards. We could take their Nissa just to cut them off of mana. I think that seems good. We just Fractured Identity to steal their Nissa, and then hit them for 13, and just try and kill them next turn. They have a lot of cards in hand, but if we take their Nissa, they don't have that much mana anymore. The other option would be to not kill them next turn and hit their Nissa and kill their Rofellos, but I think that's too passive. So I'm going to just make them have something this turn. Fractured Identity here. Gain our life. Untap our land. And hit them for 13. And now they need to find Karn immediately. And Karn would do it because Rofellos is a disgustingly good card. But Karn is the only card in their entire deck that wins here. How much total mana do they have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, that's a lot. But they can't... Well, yeah. I mean, they probably can't go, like, Time Twister into Karn or anything. They play land. So they're holding Ugin and 2 unknowns. They could play Ugin and plus on our Swamp, but that doesn't really do much. Alright, sweet. Really close game there. We beat... I mean, they've had Soul Ring on turn 1 both games. Hopefully, on game 3 they don't. So their top end is Karn, Ugin, Emrakul, Avenger Zendikar. So bribery is decent, but it's kind of unfortunate that 2 of their pieces of top end are not briberyable. Okay, how do we want to change things here on the draw? We could bring in Oath. Actually, we should bring in Oath. Then we can cut Kroxa, bring in Grave Titan, and... Oh, I guess Grist is a creature too. Honestly, Leovold is not very good in this matchup. They don't have much removal. They have 1 Time Twister, but that's it. So I think we'll do this, and then Oath is going to hit something pretty solid every time. Do we want to make any other changes? No, I think we can run it like this. This isn't like an Oath deck. Oath is just like a decent value card for us. And we can technically go just like turn 1 Oath of Druids, turn 2 Grave Titan, and that'll win quickly. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't have cheap interaction, but hopefully we can find some off the Manamorphos. And then we have Bribery, which is one of our best cards. And our opponent is down to 4. But they're playing Time Twister in their deck, so that doesn't mean as much as it normally would. They could easily just go turn 1, land, Soul Ring, turn 2, Time Twister, and it's a new game. They could also just have Channel. Okay, we'll play... Ask for land and pass, and just pray for no channel. Okay, Rafellos. Scary, but not as scary as it could be. We really want to kill the Rafellos. So let's go. Let's see, we have Witherbloom Command and Renin 6 and Chain Lightning. I think those are the cards that we could draw that would kill it. Renin 6, Witherbloom Command. Oh, Dismember 2, but that's any color. So we should add red-green. And then if we draw Witherbloom Command, we are on the negative end of variance. Yeah. Bummer. Okay, well, they have Rafellos for a turn. This could be bad. We'll see what they can do with it. They have potentially 6 mana. They only have 2 cards in hand. But if they just play Anissa here, they can easily win, even though they mulled to 4. Being on the play is huge there. Okay, Scavenging Ooze is negative scary. That does nothing. So, this is pretty good. They're down to 1 card. I still will feel a lot better if we can kill this Rafellos and we keep on drawing really bad cards. Definitely a little flooded here. So we're going to pass and cycle this. Cycle 1 to the land's end of turn. I think the Zagoth Triome. We have plenty of Sultai things going on. So they have 5 mana. They could have Karn, in which case a Forest would give them enough mana for it. But if we can... Oh, they don't attack with their fellows. Okay, nice. Really want to find an answer to this Rafellos, because once we kill this, then we're not that afraid anymore. Okay, Demonic Tutor's good. We can use that to kill this. So what do we want to search for? We can get Witherbloom Command or Ren. I think we just get the Witherbloom Command, though. So let's go... Yeah, because Ren would die to the Scavenging Ooze. Oh, but Scavenging Ooze is kind of good against the command, too. I think it's fine, though. So we'll go Swamp, Demonic Tutor, grab Witherbloom Command, then we'll play that, choosing... So we mill 3 and return land, and then this creature gets -3/-1 until end of turn. They can exile the Zagoth Triome, but we're fairly likely to hit another land. And even if we don't, that's fine. We don't need to get a 2-for-1 here. We just need to get the Rafellos off the board. And then it's still kind of scary because they could just have Time Twister on top of their library. But next turn we get to play Bribery, so they really only have 1 more draw. Okay, we didn't mill over another land, but we do get the Triome back. Pass. Sort of sad to lose the Ugin, but we'll be fine. So this is the key turn. They have to hit Time Spiral this turn, and then even if they hit Time Spiral, it's not that bad for us, but this is their last draw. I guess it's not like deterministically over until we put them out of channel range too. So like they could have channel and or Karn, and then they draw the other one and do that this turn. But this is they have 2 draws for that. Okay, they just go to combat, looking good. We'll take 3 and then Bribery them. Okay, we draw Grave Titan, not a bad draw, but this turn we're definitely just playing the Bribery. Hopefully they don't have Emrakul in their hand. Okay, they do have Emrakul in their hand. They have Channel in their deck, so we could grab Avenger of Zendikar, and that's pretty good, but it's not quite as good. And then if they ever top deck Channel, we're in pretty bad shape. Yeah, we'll take this. It's a bunch of power. Next turn we can go Grave Titan or Fractured Identity. But the problem is this turn, if they top deck Emrakul, then they can... I mean, they can just wreck us. They could, like, Fractured Identity, the Avenger of Zendikar, and then they get an Avenger of Zendikar. And it doesn't matter that we get another turn after that. We'll just be infinitely far behind. So it basically comes down to, can they top deck Channel this turn? And if the answer is no, which there's a 31 and 32 chance that the answer is no, then we win. And if the answer is yes, things could get hairy. But next turn, I think we're actually not even going to play Grave Titan. We're just going to go fetch, like, play Golos for Field of the Dead and then fetch land and put 3 counters on all of our plants and put 2 zombies into play and swing for... That's actually exactly 20 damage, so they're going to have to chump block. Seems pretty hard to lose from that position. So just no Channel. Please, no Channel. Land, go to combat, pass. Alright, that should be game. So we'll play Golos. Grab Field of the Dead. That puts a counter on all our plants. This is actually swinging for even more than Emrakul would now, which is kind of funny. Alright, they concede. Sweet. So we take down blue-green. Scary match. They did some pretty broken things in the first 2 games, and then they actually did almost nothing in game 3, but it kind of felt like they were, because the entire time they were 1 top deck away from wrecking us. So a high-tension game, even though they ended up not actually doing that much in the end. On to the finals. We're on the draw, but with a good hand. A passable hand. Hopefully they're playing a slow deck, not Reanimator. Okay, let's grab... I think we're going to leave it on the fetch land here. We want to get something that makes black and red. We could get Jund, but... Let's see, what's this? Jace. Alright, that's fine. I mean, it could... If they're playing Reanimator, it could get a little hairy. So we have a forest here. We could get Rafine's Tower. That's the only one that doesn't have a forest, but then we wouldn't have red mana. But I think that's fine. Yeah, I'll get the Rafine's Tower. Okay, I'm going to just fire off Manamorphose, Kroxa here. Black, red. Sure. Sometimes if I'm playing against a black deck, I hold the Kroxa in case it enables their reanimation. But since they have Jace, they're going to be able to put a fatty into the graveyard either way. So we're just going to hope they're not playing Reanimator, basically. They're deep in thought over there. Next turn we have Kolaghan's Command to kill their Jace. Okay, they just discard Swamp. That's good news. They're playing Sultai, okay. Alright, let's go to their upkeep. Or actually, if they loot, well, If we go to their upkeep, they get another loot. But if we do it in our end step, then they can use counter magic effectively. It's a really close call. And we don't know enough of their deck to know if they're playing much counter magic. I think I'm still inclined to let them loot one more time, though. Just it's so bad if we let them use this mana. So I think this is probably where we want to be. Do we want to grab Stomping Ground or Plateau? I don't think we need more red or more green, so I'll grab Plateau. We'll go... You discard a card, 2 damage to you. They can't flip their Jace here, which is good. If they could flip their Jace in response, this would not work. So they're going to loot. Opposition discarded, alright. And then Snuff Out gone. Okay. So we have Vraska to deal with a lot of things they could play here. They just passed, though. Given that they just passed, I'm kind of tempted to get a tap land into play. But that's... actually, yeah. Let's play Jetmir's Garden. And then Then this gives us Fractured Identity next turn. Playing Vraska and plussing there doesn't really do anything. We're not sacrificing anything, so it's just to get loyalty on her. Bribery. Okay. We have the Grave Titan in our hand. We don't. I think they can get Golos, but that's not that bad. If they get Golos, we'll just Bribery and get our Golos back, or we'll Fracture Identity and get our Golos back. They could get Leovold, but that's not that impressive. If they got Leovold, we would just Vraska to kill it and play Field of the Dead. They could get Tireless Tracker, but that's definitely not doing anything. I feel like it's got to be Golos here, even if you don't have a value land. They're really pondering this decision, which I guess makes sense. Oh, huh. Forgot about that one. Sure. It's not too bad. We can Vraska to kill it. Then they can kill our Vraska, but I think that's still better, and then we can save our Fractured Identity. I'm going to get Botanical Sanctum into play. I'm going to save the Field of the Dead. There's no real reason to play it early. It just makes our mana worse. And it also exposes it to Wasteland. So next turn we can either escape Kroxa or play Grave Titan. And that actually might be better to just escape Kroxa and attack their hand. Especially if they have one card left. But it looks like they're playing their last card. Okay, Batterskull. Do we want to Fractured Identity that? I don't even think we care. I think I'm just going to play Grave Titan this turn. They can't really attack into this, and then we can save the Fractured Identity for a potential top deck. Okay, now we're going to try and go Wrenn and 6 into Kroxa. Actually, do we have any more? Oh, no, yeah, we can fetch Stomping Ground. We also can just play Mox Ruby. All right, we'll swing for 6. And it's pretty hard to imagine a way they can win from this position. Cyclizide towards Proving Ground. All right. You got it, buddy. We'll see how that goes for you. I don't want to say it's over because they could always play Upheaval, but it's getting close. Are they going to Thoughtseize, take our Fractured Identity? Okay, sure. Kill the Kroxa. Now you can attack with the Wrenn if you want. So we're going to hold the Bloodstained Mire because it'll give us a zombie with Field of the Dead. So untap. Field. Crack the fetch land. Alright, there we go. So we pretty easily dispatched. I mean, they look like a blue-black control deck here. I don't know why they're playing opposition. That's pretty strange. But should be a very good matchup. They look slow. So we're going to cut Grave Titan because they have Bribery and because Grave Titan is not even that great. And then do we want to bring in Chain Lightning, Hero's Downfall, or Ugin? This isn't really an Ugin matchup. They're not playing to the board that much. I think I'm going to play Hero's Downfall. Yeah, that seems like a good way to run it. Alright, on the draw here for game 3, but with a really good hand. I'm happy this is not a Grave Titan. We're going to play Rafine's Tower on turn 1. We need a second black source, but we can get that off of the Misty Rainforest. Given that, I might just play Fetch Land here, actually. And potentially plan on cycling the Rafine's Triome. So we could get Jund. Yeah, getting Jund here seems solid. Hopefully no play. Oh, Mana Crypt. That is not good. So what's... Alright, and Mana Vault. Well, that is brutal. They just hardcast Grave Titan on turn 2. We are dead. The game is over. I guess I'll take a draw step. In case we draw Mox. That's just insane, the difference of play draw, though. If we miscalculation this, the game's over and we win. But because they went first instead of us, the game's over and they win. I think Mox Ruby is our only draw. We have no 2-mana removal spells that will kill this. We don't have any board sweepers, so if they get in one attack, it's over. Hit for 10, make 2 zombies. Yeah, we can't win from there. Alright, well, pretty rough game 2. We just got completely destroyed. I mean, this is when you're in the finals, you're going to play against decks that have this. They had lots of fast mana. We're just going to run it back. I don't think that was representative. I mean, yeah, that's unusual to be able to play a 6-drop on turn 2. We'll keep. This hand can't beat the hand that they just had, but we don't really have any hands to beat that, so that's going to have to be okay. I'm going to lead on the Zytor's Proving Ground and plan on getting Esper with Verdant Catacombs next turn. Just have a nice Civil pass. Come on, Mana Vault again. Keep on drawing this card. So this is a key turn. If they play Bribery, that's honestly fine. If they play Mana Crypt Grave Titan, it's not fine. And if they just pass, it's great. Hopefully they just pass. Okay, Jace is fine too. Actually, that's great. We can kill that and the Mana Crypt here. So let's grab our Esper land. Rafine's Tower. And untap and Kolaghan's Command. Destroy target artifact. 2 damage to any target. Really, really good 2-for-1 there. Now they have no threat in play, and we're ahead on mana. So the Grave Titan in their hand can just sit there and rot. Okay, Moldrifter's fine. We could have played Vraska to kill a 3-drop permanent, but against that we're just going to play Omnath. And let's just make sure that we do this correctly. So if we play Bayou, then we have green, white, red, blue. Yeah, that works. Green, white, blue, red, Omnath. Pass. Next turn we can play Golos. If we play Golos, we will get the mana trigger for Omnath, but we won't have black mana, so we can't... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. They kill our Omnath either way. That's fine. We are going to play Golos here over Vraska. They're representing counter magic, and if they have it, that's sad, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think we win by just passing here. All right, nice. That works. So let's grab the Field of the Dead, of course. And now all of these lands are going to give us some value. Plus, we can spin the Golos next turn if they don't kill it. So we've gotten a couple 2-for-1s here. They 2-for-1'd us with Mole Drifter, but both of these two cards were 2-for-1s. And Golos was as well. And we're going to get to untap with them. I guess they go for the upkeep Assassin's Trophy. Fair enough. Yeah, we can't spin it now. We're just going to make a bunch of zombies, though. Alright, let's play Vraska. And I think I'm going to sacrifice the zombie. I think card draw is better than a 2-2 here. Okay, let's play this. I'm going to add blue, white. Like, this gives us all 5 colors. Okay, there's a Garrick. We'll play this, and now, if they count, okay, they spell Pierce the Garrick. We don't even really care, though. We have Vraska going, we have Field of the Dead going, we have tons of lands. Our life total is healthy. They're not playing combo. Even if they play Grave Titan here, I think we can beat that. Wormcoil Engine, I think we can beat that too. Tireless Tracker, okay, let's play that. I'm going to plus and sacrifice one of these zombies. Gonna sacrifice a clue. Alright, fair enough. Definitely a bit of mana flood here. But you still gotta love this position. We're gonna cycle the Jetmir's Garden end of turn. Vraska's getting close to ultimate. Recurring Nightmare. Okay, that's something that could kill us here, actually. That's a real threat. I still think we're in good shape, but we need to find an answer to this eventually and not just keep drawing lands. We're drawing, like, many cards a turn, so that's a good place to be. But they can bring back the Shriekmaw, kill our Tireless Tracker, and then bring back the Wormcoil Engine again. So actually, maybe we're not in good shape. Recurring Nightmare can outgrind the best of them. They mistapped there. They're going to play the Wormcoil. Oh, Grist. Yeah, that's... Alright, I think we're actually going to lose this game now. That's too bad. I thought we were in a phenomenal position, but then we've just drawn, like, mono mana sources. And Recurring Nightmare is a really good value engine. So kill the Vraska. We'll cycle this end of turn. I mean, we have Fractured Identity. We have... like, bribe... Okay, there's the Fractured Identity, speaking of. Jeez, come on, deck. I think we're going to crack the Fiery Islet. I don't really want to play the Fractured Identity here. It doesn't do much. Okay, Leovold's decent. We'll cast that and pass. So really hoping to get a chance to line up Fractured Identity with that Wormcoil Engine. Or, I mean, yeah, the Recurring Nightmare is going to be a huge problem. Their deck is well suited to play that card. Alright, I'll trade here. Take 3. And we're not playing Ugin, unfortunately. There's the Nightmare, so they can sack the Insect, bring back Wormcoil. Then replay the Nightmare. Sack Worm Coil, bring back Moldrifter. Actually, Moldrifter doesn't work against the Leovold. Hopefully they just play Recurring Nightmare out, and then we can Fractured Identity it, and they won't be able to keep this engine going. And if we break up this engine of them recurring stuff every turn, then I think we can win. Like, we have such a mana advantage, and we have Field of the Dead. But we just need them to not keep doing this every single turn. So if they just leave this in play, I think we can win. No, they do sack it to bring back Jace. Okay. That's fine. They're just making a bunch of 3/3s. But that might be too much for us unless we find something really soon. Okay, Demonic Tutor. So I think we need to get Bribery and hope they have something drastic. We could... Like, we don't have Mind Twist or anything to take out the things from their hand. We could... Oh, wait. We can go Kroxa. Do we have the mana to play and escape Kroxa? Black, red. Do we have an untapped land to fetch with this? No. Oh, wait, yes, we have an Underground Sea. Okay, Kroxa works. Kroxa works here. So this turn we're going to play and escape Kroxa. And then next turn we can play Fractured Identity to take whatever we're afraid of. So black, red, Kroxa. Then we'll go land, make a zombie. Fetch, make another zombie. Play our Mox. Black, red, escape Kroxa. And we have Grist and Wrenn and 6, but we're out of fetchable land, so we're going to take out that. They discard their Recurring Nightmare, and now I think we can eventually grind them out with a Kroxa. They're at a high life total, but I still think this is a good position, especially with the Field of the Dead that keeps going. What are they top deck? We need to be somewhat conscious of milling ourselves, but I think with a Fractured Identity we should have enough win conditions. Do they have Grave Titan here? Treachery on our Leovold. Okay. That's fine. They get to untap all their lands, then they can flip Jace, but they don't have anything that good to flashback. Oh, wait, they took our Kroxa. Oh, okay, that's fine. So we're going to steal their Treachery. And then Treachery to steal one of their worms, probably a lifelinker. And then that should be pretty good. So they flip their Jace. This has been a wild match. They can flip Jace and Assassin's Trophy the Leovold if they want to. That's honestly not that... Oh, wait. Well, if they flip Jace... Yeah, they're just not looting. That's fine. They can just do that if they want to. Flashback Assassin's Trophy. Don't really care. We do need to worry about this Grist killing our few remaining win conditions. Okay, they attack like this. Let's trade with a lifelinker and take 6. Not really worried about my life total here. Really wish we had Ugin in the deck still. Or I guess I wish that we had brought it in. Okay, they pass. This is fine. Fact or Fiction is a kind of sketchy draw, because we have so few cards in our deck. So we'll Treachery. Oh, whoops, did I tap wrong? Yes. Steal your lifelinker. And I guess I'll float a mana here and untap all our lands. And then I am going to play the Fact or Fiction. It's close. And I am scared about milling myself, but I think it's worth it. We still have a few turns left before you mill out. And we found the bribery. That's what we were looking for. So we're going to take the bribery. Play the bribery. And then we can take their Grave Titan at least, but maybe something better. Woodfall Primus, okay, I think that is better because we can kill their Grist. But then they get the thing back. Actually, no, I think it's better to take the Grave Titan because if we kill their Grist, but then they can flip Jace and use Assassin's Trophy to kill the Woodfall Primus, and then they get the thing back. The rest of their deck is not that scary. I guess they have some Planeswalkers, but... And better... Actually, yeah, it's kind of scary, but... Let's take the Grave Titan. We have a lot of power on the board now. We're going to send both of our creatures at their Grist. Okay, so they block, and then flip their Jace. Hopefully they did something good. Oh, just a swamp. That's too bad. Alright, post-combat we'll make another zombie, and then pass turn. And we have a huge board. We're going to kill them pretty quickly. They can minus Grist to kill the Grave Titan if they want to. But they're going to... And they can also flashback Assassin's Trophy to kill something else. But they need to kill us pretty quickly. What do we have left in our deck? Not that much. We have Ren and 6, which does nothing. We have... I mean, I guess we can just return lands to make 2/2s, but that's pretty slow. We took out our Grave Titan, so we don't have our own Grave Titan to play. There's Hero's Downfall, which is okay. I guess we'll get to take a look at our deck. They probably kill the Grave Titan here. I think I will draw a card, but then I'm going to stop drawing cards after this. Okay, actually, our deck is pretty good, but we can't use Grist's minus, so it's basically a lot of removal. Witherbloom Command can drain them for 2, but it's also not that good. Actually, I guess it can kill their Jace, probably. I think that's how that works. Okay, they milled over Karn. I'm happy to see that go. So Witherbloom Command is going to kill Jace and their Insect, and then hopefully we find another removal spell to kill their... Like, we draw Grist or Dismember. Okay, Dismember, sweet. So let's go green, black for this. Destroy this, and you get -3, -1. Then we go Dismember you. And then how much damage are you swinging for? 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 6 is 20, so we're not killing them this turn. I'm just going to Inquisition them because there's no reason not to. We might be able to hit them for an extra 2 damage. Okay, just holding land. So let's go. Everything at them except for 2 zombies, which are going to Grist. Okay, 2 zombies at Grist. That's 4 damage. They're holding land. Alright, so this all goes through. And they need to top deck something this turn or they lose. And we have 4 cards left in our deck, but I think that's enough. Wild game. Really coming down to the wire, but I think we're going to pull it off here. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Alright. That is awesome. Great trophy there. Great matchup. Let's pull up the deck list and discuss. Oh, are you kidding me? I was like, Troll Aesthetic for the win, got to 26. I better get there. And then in the time I was playing, 7 minutes ago, they got their 27th. So, tight race here. Hopefully I can take them down, and hopefully I can hold off these guys as well. But that was a great league. Every single round was pretty close. You see all the 2-1s there. Our deck was very good. We had perfect mana to start. We had 5 fetchable tri-lands and 3 fetches, which gives us essentially perfect mana, plus a few other random value lands like Fiery Islet and Botanical Sanctum. Field of the Dead was very good. There was multiple games where that gave us a ton of advantage over the course of the long haul. Ren and 6 was good. Leovold was very strong. Kolaghan's Command was consistently incredible, and so was Witherbloom Command. Honestly, pretty much every card in the deck performed well. Hangerback Walker didn't really do anything. That would be the one exception. But that was kind of like just a throw in to deal with aggro, and then we never played against a truly aggressive deck. I guess Garruk Relentless was a little underwhelming too. But definitely a really, really sweet deck. I had a lot of fun with that. This is my favorite kind of deck to play. You get lots of interaction, lots of cool cards, and long, complex games. But we were able to navigate them successfully and take them all down. Well, not all the games, but all the matches. You know what I mean. I also want to quickly remind you, tomorrow night, which is August 31st, right? Is it August 31st? Yes, tomorrow night, August 31st, roughly 8 o'clock. Going to be doing a live stream with my buddy Simon. It's going to be awesome. I want to see y'all there. Yeah, we're going to get trophies number 32, 33, and 34. Maybe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.